There's a profound insight in recognizing that morality, ideas of right and wrong, and even extreme actions like killing are not simply black and white concepts. Rather, they're filtered through the lens of consciousness. When a person's awareness is clouded by trauma, ego, fear, or delusion, their choices might appear incomprehensible to someone who is grounded in spiritual clarity or higher understanding. This is where the concept of wisdom becomes essential. Wisdom goes beyond knowledge. It's the capacity to discern, to see beyond the immediate, and to understand the ripple effects of actions. A wise person may recognize that while we all have free will, using it without awareness or understanding often leads to destruction, either for oneself or others. In that sense, wisdom acts as an inner compass. It guides not just toward what is possible, but toward what is favorable for growth, healing, harmony, and survival. That's why we can't always judge actions at face value. We don't always see the state of consciousness that gave birth to those actions. But what we can do is aspire to live and lead from a place of clarity, empathy, and long-view awareness of the soul's evolution. The reason debates about right and wrong persist endlessly is because morality isn't fixed. It's contextual. It shifts based on culture, life experience, belief systems, and most importantly, the level of consciousness. What's considered wrong in one society might be seen as honorable in another, and people often argue from entirely different mental, emotional, or spiritual frameworks without realizing they're not speaking the same language. Someone might be rooted in logic and societal rules, another in trauma, another in spiritual principles. They're all using the same terms, right and wrong, but meaning completely different things. In this chaos, wisdom is the grounding force. It doesn't discard morality, but it asks deeper questions. What are the long-term consequences? What is the intention behind the action? Does this serve the greater whole? Humans possess a unique level of self-awareness and abstract thought that sets them apart from animals, but this same consciousness makes them vulnerable. From birth, people are subjected to societal programming, systems that tell them what to value, who to become, what normal looks like. Depending on how this conditioning aligns or clashes with their authentic self, people either conform, rebel, break down, or develop fragmented and weird personalities as coping mechanisms. These behaviors, often seen as dysfunctions, may actually be people glitching under the weight of a fractured identity, trapped in a system that values masks over authenticity. Some awaken and begin to question the script they've been given. Others cling tighter to it because it gives them identity and safety. This divergence creates tension between individuals operating from vastly different states of awareness. A person in a higher state of consciousness begins to naturally understand that life operates within a delicate, structured harmony. Killing, in that sense, is not just a moral wrong, it's a violation of universal law. It brings destruction, disrupts balance, and reverberates karmically. Yet free will remains. That's the paradox, the power to either create or destroy, to align with life or unravel it. Awakening isn't about floating above life with good vibes, it's about responsibility. It's about recognizing that actions have consequences, not just in the immediate, but across the web of reality. Every choice contributes to building or breaking the structure we all belong to. And one might wonder, if people could truly see the long-term effects of their choices across time, space, and spirit, would they still choose destruction? Understanding how awareness works can be visualized through the metaphor of dimensions. Imagine a 2D being arguing with someone from the 3D world. The 2D being can only perceive a slice, a shadow of the full picture. To them, a sphere appears as a flat circle, and unless they somehow transcend to a higher dimension, they will never understand what the other sees. This is exactly how arguments between people at different states of consciousness unfold. One person might be operating from fear, ego, or rigid beliefs, the 2D plane, while another sees the interconnected layers of existence, the 3D or beyond. And because their frames of reference don't match, their truths will always clash. Until there is a shift in awareness, understanding remains elusive. People rarely see the same reality. Some remain in illusion because it's comfortable. Others are terrified of what lies beyond it. But when a shift occurs through pain, deep introspection, spiritual awakening, or even altered states of consciousness, new dimensions open up. And once seen, they can't be unseen. the world and one's place in it transforms completely. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.